do this. Oh, yeah. Well, hello, film friends. I am David, the Film Junkie. How you guys doing today? Happy 5th day May to you guys. Let the Mexican side out and drink it up. But don't do anything stupid, because you wouldn't do that. Especially not on a Saturday night. Anyways, guys, welcome to this film review of the highly anticipated Avengers movie. All I gotta say really about this movie is, it is awesome! You have to say it with a squeaky voice because, you know, you just let the comic book nerd out. Seriously, when I was watching this movie, I was just, you know, holy crap. I mean, this movie was obviously very highly anticipated. We all knew that the Avengers were coming. We had the 2 Iron Man movies, we had Thor, we had the Incredible Hulk, and of course we had the Captain America movie that really was like set it up because at the end of those credits it was like, okay, here's a little teaser for the Avengers movie. Okay, it's coming! Holy crap! And it's finally here. You know, when a movie gets so much hype, I get kind of nervous about it. Because when I first heard it, I was like, geez, this movie's gonna cost like $500 billion. The budget for this movie can literally get rid of the US's debt, probably. And now I'm thinking, you got all these characters and these actors, big name actors too. How are you gonna just you know, give them all the right amount of, like, you know, head time or whatever the hell they call it? How are you just gonna balance it all out like perfectly? Well, guess what they did? I mean, Josh Whedon, I mean, he is a comic, if you watch interviews with him, he is a comic book fan boy. I'm more of a DC, but yeah, whatever. And he just, I mean, there's no way that this movie could have been any better, really. Robert Downey Jr., of course, returning as Iron Man, and he's excellent. This is his role because, I mean, he's acting like himself, just fast talking, sarcastic, and blah, 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 and he's a superhero. I mean, it's just perfect. I mean, the first Iron Man movie was just amazing. Second one, but it was still good. It's, I mean, you know, and the third one's gonna be coming out, I can't wait for that. Chris Hemsworth. That guy is like, he was just meant to play a demigod. I mean, the guy is tall, steroided up with muscles, and long fucking hair. I mean, he was like, in the voice, I mean, there's nothing else that he was meant to play but a freaking demigod. Holding that hammer, and he's probably got a big hammer in his pants. Why did I say that? I don't know. Chris Evans is just like, lucked out. I mean, he was playing the Human Torch in the Fantastic Four, and those movies kind of blew. And all of a sudden it's like, hey, you want to be Captain America? Okay. I remember watching Chris Evans on this show about him and 2 other guys that went to this school that was an all-girls school and blah, blah, blah. This was like back when I was in high school. And now he's Captain America. I mean, jeez. Well, it helps when you were given tallness and buffness and just good cheekbones and whatever. Something I didn't get, but whatever. And of course you got sexy Scarlett Johansson. I'm in love with Scarlett Johansson even more than I was before. Her and Jeremy Renner, I mean, they're the only characters in this movie that doesn't really have superpowers. They're just really good skilled spies or assassins or whatever the hell. Of course, Jeremy Renner plays Hawkeye, and he showed up in Thor. I believe just Thor. I know Scarlett Johansson showed up in Iron Man 2, but they held their own. I mean, every character holds their own. They all have their unique abilities and they utilize them in this movie perfectly. Then you got Sam Jackson, you can't go wrong with Sam Jackson, leading the pack. And you're kind of wondering about him because there's like, within the movie, he's kind of like acting a little sketchy, but you know, he's just being Sam Jackson with an eye patch. You can't go wrong with Sam Jackson with an eye patch. Can you? And then of course you got Mark Ruffalo playing the Hulk. A lot of people were moaning and groaning about Mark Ruffalo being the Hulk because everybody loved Edward Norton, and I'll admit, I liked Edward Norton playing Bruce Banner. But hey, Mark Ruffalo's a good actor too, and he held his own as well, you know? He brought his own little style of acting that he has, kind of like that awkwardness to the Bruce Banner character because, you know, Bruce Banner is a little awkward. He's got this beast inside, and it's funny because they always called it the other guy, not the Hulk. Not a spoiler, nothing. I'm not gonna give any spoilers out, don't worry. But yeah, they always called him like, the other guy. And that was kind of funny too, which I thought was cool. But speaking of the Hulk, first of all, the Hulk was awesome, and this is the first time they actually used the actual actor's face within the Hulk. The other 2, Ang Lee's one, which blew, with Eric Bana, and then of course the Edward Norton one, I guess they didn't use like the face, but this one actually looks like Mark Ruffalo, which is cool, and they used the Hulk the best they've ever used the Hulk. He was probably the best part about this movie. Shit you not. Funny too. Like the scenes with him. I mean, and what's awesome about this movie is they really have to put this team together, so they kind of you have to get the backstories. You almost don't even need to see the other movies to see this movie because get a little backstory of everybody. And then of course, you know, they have to like create this team and they don't get along at first. So you got fight scenes between them, which is freaking great. I mean, this will make any comic book nerd jizz in his pants because you know, what's gonna happen when Thor's hammer hits the shield? What's gonna happen when Thor and Hulk fight? You find out in this movie, folks. The story was very well done. You know, it starts off not like, you know, boom, you know, bang, no, it doesn't start like that. They have to establish this story and get all these, you know, these individual superheroes together. And I thought they achieved that very nicely. It's got a great amount of humor with it. I mean, you'll laugh. There's moments where it's like high intensity stuff going on and all of a sudden you're laughing naturally, which is always good. I love it when they throw humor into like something like this, of course. Of course, the last scene when, you know, the whole world's being invaded and they had to like kick some serious ass. This is just, wow. There's a scene that gave me goosebumps and made my legs, because I'm like one of those people that when I sit, my legs like move. I don't have restless leg syndrome. That is a made up sickness. If that's not even a sickness, shut up. But I like was like, oh, my legs were just like, huh. There's this, it's like all one shot. I'm not gonna say anymore, but awesome. And then the way they end that scene, freaking hilarious. That's all I gotta say about that. You'll know at the end when it happens. Overall, I suggest anybody going to see this movie. I mean, I know some people might not be like, the comic book and superheroes. Well, there's something wrong with you. Yeah. I was going into it with high expectations, which I hate doing. I hate that because then I'm gonna, you know, I felt I was gonna walk out like disappointed, but I didn't. And make sure you stay till after the credits. There's not one, but 2 secret scenes. But yeah, overall, just great directing, great editing, great cinematography, great acting, just overall, like, yeah, I'm not gonna say it's the best superhero movie I've ever seen. It's the best Marvel superhero movie I've ever seen, okay? Sorry. Christopher Nolan and his Batman movies just do it for me. Avengers, awesome movie, go see it. I didn't see it in 3D. I didn't even see it in IMAX. I might go see it again in IMAX just to utilize it. I'm not a big fan of 3D, so I didn't see it in 3D. But yes, Film Junkie highly recommends going to see the Avengers. And you better listen to me, or else I will come to your house and headbutt you. Or say Hulk smash. Maybe. Alright guys, well that was my film review of the Avengers. Hopefully I didn't talk a little too much. Well, alright guys, thank you for watching. I am David, your Film Junkie, and this has been a film review of